the back, the VOD and the silver screen. Kevin and Tom and Joe know all there is to know, from masterpieces to deep fried tacos. And if the movie sucks, you might hear them say, there's no telling where the guys will take you. Get ready for a spoiler. Won't say it twice, cause we already warned you. Better watch out, it's gonna ruin the plot. Real spoilers. Real spoilers. Real spoilers.
Broadcasting from the lush but not lavish studios located in the basement of the O'Keefe Institute for Advanced Film Snarkitude, this is Real Spoilers, episode 870, Begonia.
Bug on me?
Yeah, there's a bug on you. Sorry.
They're dying off, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
We have exterminators come in quarterly, though.
Oh, okay.
We do try.
Yeah,
Make
good.
an effort. We got a new roof on our house. You guys didn't even notice.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh. So keeping everything out?
People don't look up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. How's it doing? How's it working for you?
I mean, so far
Nothing
we're dry.
coming in? Yeah, good.
So we bought. We haven't had them installed yet because like the roof people aren't done. Like the roof's on, but they still have to do the fascia
Oh, sure.
and
The soffit and
then they're
fascia.
doing gutters.
Mm-hmm.
one of
Did you
my-
get gutter guard?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, you don't want to clean out your...
Think I'm gonna get up on a ladder
right?
and clean it?
Oh, it's the best.
I don't
yeah.
even change my own wiper blades. You think
No.
I'm emptying, cleaning out a gutter? Come on,
They're,
have we met?
they're
Look at me.
genius inventions. I
Yeah,
mean,
like it's yeah.
someone would rather die than put $200 gutter guards on their house.
Yeah.
Like get up on a ladder on 2 stories.
Yeah. I was like, and this is a 2-story
Yeah,
house, so
like,
even
no
worse
way.
at my age. I could break a hip.
Matt's like, I'm climbing off, hanging off the gutters like I'm
Yeah,
Clark
what do you-
Griswold up there.
He's
I
like,
ain't gonna go up and get a facial on my roof. What the hell are you talking about?
I feel like he's more like, you're supposed to clean the gutters? What's going on?
I don't
He's
have
like,
I don't have
gutters?
gutters.
Gutters?
Come
Well,
on.
he lives on top of a factory.
Yeah.
Like,
But we're buying lights along the perimeter of the house that you can change with an app.
beautiful.
So,
Yeah, so you can
Oh,
leave them up full
hell
time,
yeah.
change them to every holiday.
Because
Yeah.
it wasn't that expensive, and I was like, what we pay somebody to put up Christmas
Yeah.
lights every year.
Great
I was
investment.
like, okay, in like 4 years we break even.
Yeah.
I was like, do it. But now we can do all the dumb holidays too.
It's
Like-
the smartest investment ever, right? Because
Yeah.
you're not paying someone to take them up and down, and you can change them for the additional holidays.
It's like, oh, July 4th, red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
No, it's genius.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. The smartest investment ever.
Yeah.
I gotta.
What about
I gotta
Apple
quit
circa
asking you for.
1994?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No. I meant in holiday
This is my
lights.
financial advisor too.
Yeah.
So this is.
I was talking about in the holiday light category.
You know how much he had me put into Dogecoin?
Well, you
How
should
are
have
you-
came out smelling like a rose.
And how are you feeling right now? They're in charge.
Well, and then he told me to sell.
Oh,
After he was on SNL, he's like, I messed up.
Dump it. So before we dig in, shameless plugs, don't forget we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart, TuneIn, wherever you find a podcast, you can find us while you are there. Be sure and follow us so you never miss an episode. Maybe leave us a review. People who were kind enough to share an episode last week include, League of Show Sharers and Facebook. I forgot that part. There.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
people who were kind enough to share an episode last week include Travis T. Witt, Jason McLean, Glenn Cougar, Melon Brewer, Gabriel Lugo, Brendan McGuckin, Ralph Tribble, Jason Weesey, Julianne Jordan, Chris Magic Man, Tom Dowdy, Richard Krotzer, Heather Sachs, James Install, Colby Mack, Spoiler Piece Theater, Kay Margit, Ryan Terry, Geek to Me Radio, Ronnie Castle, Mike, and Oscar, In Session Film, and Nostalgia Cast. So thank you very much for sharing an episode. It is greatly appreciated. And don't forget, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Real Spoilers, where for $5 a month you get all sorts of bonus content. The second Blues Brothers 2000 Real Spoilers episode is now available on there.
Third time's a charm.
Yeah, and
Matt's still trying to get him to re-record that already,
One more.
remastered.
One more.
we're going to review the Blues Brothers 2000 NES game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think if you review it 3 times that the ghost of Belushi appears and they make a third one? Is that?
I hope
If
so.
you say it 3 times, an 8-ball appears.
Oh,
Was there got to be a cartoon show, right?
They tried one.
you'd think, yeah.
Yeah, they did try one. I don't know if it got past the pilot, but I think they were trying one. There's also a Bob and Doug McKenzie animated cartoon.
Oh, is there really?
Like 12 episodes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
What a world we live in.
I know, right? People always forget that there's a Spaceballs animated cartoon.
Oh, is there?
cartoon
I
show,
didn't.
yeah.
Spaceballs, the cartoon.
When people, that's what they called it.
Yeah,
When
I
people
bet.
were like, "Oh, they're finally making a Spaceballs sequel," I'm like, "They did one like 8 years ago, and it sucked, and everybody pretends like it never happened." So,
What's that?
the cartoon,
The cartoon.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
But
Yeah, I'm not hopeful. I mean, I'll always take I want more Mel Brooks in the world, right? But then I'm like, man,
I never watched that History of the World stuff
No,
that they
me
did.
either.
Was it?
I heard it's not good. I actually I think I started watching it and like just was like,
Yeah.
I'm good. Like I'm just gonna leave this alone. Paul Harris said it was awful though.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't think Spaceballs was good
Oh,
Like-
I think Spaceballs is funny.
because you were a child.
Yeah.
I need to see it again because I feel the same way.
Yeah. I remember when watching when it came out, I would have been like 17, 18, and I was just
I
like,
think there's some really funny
I'm
jokes
like,
in
this is
it.
kind of dumb.
Yeah, I mean it is, but I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
funny. There's some. I mean, Rick Moranis is really funny. The dark helmet is a funny character. I think.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
I'm
dumb.
I'm cracking up, dude.
Just thinking about it. Yeah.
Pizza the Hut.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
no one ever thought of that one before. So, what else am I supposed to plug? Oh yeah, we have a YouTube. You should go look at that or something.
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
There's all that. Begonia, I guess is how you say that.
Begonia. It's a flower.
Begonia? But it's not a flower.
No, it's a Greek.
It's an ancient ritual where if you would slaughter an ox, it would spontaneously turn into bees.
And did you know that prior to seeing?
Oh, he
Everybody
was-
knows that.
Oh, yeah, you're right,
Like,
you're right,
is
yeah,
that not common knowledge? No, I read it in someone else's review.
Yeah,
But a begonia is a flower.
But not spelled like that.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that was the meaning of the movie or anything, but I was just like, oh, it's a flower.
Well, the ox and the bees makes a lot more sense.
You know what? It does.
I mean, not much more.
I gotta go watch this again real quick. Can you guys hold on?
but
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was watching this thinking that, I mean, the bees were on a flower. I thought that I unlocked the entire thing.
The bees are on a flower.
They're on a flower.
Yeah, they're on a
That is
flower.
what-
They
that's-
are on a flower, and I go, it's called begonia. The bees are on a flower.
This is how bees work.
Beginning to end, they're on flowers. That's it. I solved it. It's about flowers. Save the
valid
flowers.
interpretation
Thank you.
of the film.
Art.
I was hoping at the end when we were trying to figure out if she's an alien, she would just be like, "It's none of your beeswax," and then
Man,
and then put the sunglasses
and then
on.
Finn,
No.
right? Just
yeah.
Finn.
I thought this movie was fantastic.
I really like this movie, and I also am mad at the message of the movie.
Ooh, now see,
Well,
I hold on. No, wait,
I
no,
knew
no,
you
no,
would.
and now in you.
I knew you would, because yes, this movie's not trying to say believe all conspiracy theorists. I knew that would be your take on it as soon as I watched
In
it. But
today's world,
I know-
how do you
I
interpret
know.
that ending other than the bat crazy people are right?
I know what you mean, but I do think since the whole thing,
In a vacuum, I enjoyed this movie immensely. It was
That's what I mean.
It was a great ride, and it was like two of America's finest actors
Oh,
at
it was
their
incredible,
peak, going
yes.
toe to toe. Like
Stavros is okay. I don't know if he's greatest.
so
And-
funny.
and I say that as somebody who thus far has hated everything this
Right.
director has done.
I
Like,
am-
I saw this and I'm like, I think Tom will actually like this because
Yeah.
it's not just weird for the sake of
Right.
weird. It's not artistic, and it's a remake. So like maybe a little bit of that. It's not Yorgos just inventing
Being-
the weird.
right.
I mean, he like. It's on brand for him. I think that is how he likes to make movies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's like just like how can I make this weird? I think he's a weird dude, right? He
Yeah.
makes weird movies. But this one seems the most accessible, like as in a narrative that's
Yeah.
pretty straightforward.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But
I
I mean,
have not seen Kinds of Kindness. Would I like that
No.
better? Maybe.
I haven't either, but
Okay.
that looks like a straight up
So
Yorgos.
my
movie.
lane of Yorgos that I love the most is he writes it, he directs it,
Yeah,
and
it's
that
weird.
is when he's the weirdest.
Yeah. See,
And-
Matt likes weird movies like I like weird movies.
Kinds of Kindness was it 3 or 4
It's
short?
like an anthology.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that are all written by him. That are all. It has that.
I love that when you make an anthology but don't get 3 people.
Yeah.
It's like, no, but it's just the Yorgos anthology.
And you've seen The Lobster. You've seen
I've not seen the
oh,
Lobster.
Lobster's good. You
Killing of a
should-
Sacred Deer.
Oh,
I
those
saw
are
that.
great.
I like that.
So that
Oh,
has.
so you did like that.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, see, you okay? So you like
Okay.
it. You got to see the Lobster.
But I didn't. Maybe I just don't like it when he works with Emma Stone.
Well,
I don't know.
in Dogtooth, I think those are all ones he wrote, and they have that weird dialogue, and everyone's talking real flat, and
Right.
strange. And those are my favorite of his.
Well, how'd you come out on-
I watched Poor Things and I went, this is too normal, man.
I like Poor Things.
I
but-
didn't like Poor Things. And I was like, how do you make
that-
a movie where Emma Stone is completely naked for half of it? And I'm still like, not my thing.
Sounds like you got the movie.
Yeah, but Poor Things is a little
I know
weird.
it's not supposed to
But
be
it's
sexy.
exactly.
Right, I know,
yeah.
I get that. I just,
With the whole child brain thing, like that's the
Yeah.
problem with that one, where it does. If you think about it too much, rather than it being just like this monster weird movie,
right.
and you apply that, you're just like, well, I can't really be into it in that way. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was weird. But it's okay. So you like Yorgos? I like
Love
him. And what was your take?
Always very excited for the next.
Yeah.
Like it says Yorgos. I don't
Right,
watch
for sure.
trailers.
Yeah.
I go, I'm in.
Oh yeah, I had no idea what this was about. Never saw the original. I went in completely blind on this.
Also, this is one of the ones, right? You spoil it up front.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I
You
don't-
can't talk about it, right?
Right.
Like, there's-
Now there's
Because if not, you got to go through it all, and then you got to back up and do it all again.
right.
So
Okay.
it's-
So if you don't want spoilers, skip ahead.
and you should not. if you
45 minutes.
Think you're gonna see this movie? Don't listen.
Correct.
yeah, the whole the premise
Until
of,
until you've seen it.
like the basic
I said yet.
Oh, okay, okay.
The basic premise of this movie is that Jesse Plemons kidnaps Emma Stone's character, thinks she's an alien, and you spend the whole movie questioning whether or not he's crazy, which it appears he's pretty crazy, and he might still be in the end. But is he crazy? Or is she really an alien? So
In the end, he really loses his head.
and this is based on a 2003 Korean film called Save the Green Planet. So I did watch it to compare it a little bit. It's very similar.
Is it like on YouTube for free or something?
No, it's very hard to find.
Oh, look at you, fancy pants.
I-
It's very hard to
I-
find, but I found it and watched it.
Well, I did, but yeah, it's not anywhere. Like it sent me to Canopy, and Canopy said 404.
Yeah.
That was my
Yeah.
last resort. Was like, oh, the library gives the artistic movies, the Criterion collections and all that. No, not on there. But anyway, we're gonna spoil that too. It's a very similar movie in those plot points. They don't change a lot. As
Yeah, I
far as
read the Wikipedia because
Okay.
that's how much I care about film. And and I was
You're talking for Begonia, right? You didn't.
yeah.
watch
Are
the-
we supposed to see this?
Nah.
Scorsese said the way films are meant to be watched was on Wikipedia.
Was Wikipedia synopsis?
But at a theater,
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
just a scroll,
Oh,
a
man.
text.
But I was like, oh, I wonder how much they changed.
Yeah, they did.
because
So, like-
I would have changed the ending.
Okay, well, so that's the thing is like it's one of those. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like this movie, I mean, the original is really pretty good. Like it's a good movie, but if you change the ending, then it's gonna be like, oh my god, you changed the.
But I
whole...
also don't feel like this ending is as incendiary and potentially damaging 22 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, I loved this movie,
Oh, good. Phew.
and I left the theater disappointed in the ending. And this is shut up and let me finish. And this is as someone who I feel has had personal relationships affected by conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Lost people or
This
whatever.
is a very
to-
relevant movie.
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
And it bummed me out, right? That like at the end I went, oh, he's just saying that
the crazy guy
the
wasn't
guy-
crazy.
Almost that you take away a lot of reading into it by saying that at the end.
Right.
And I've thought about it, but then I thought, but that doesn't mesh with what I feel the Lanthimos would do. Just do this like surface sort of like the story, right? That is the story that you're watching this guy who's in these conspiracy theories, thinks this woman's an alien, turns out she is,
Yeah,
right?
That's
like
the
that's
big
it.
reveal. That is the spoiler of the movie. As it turns out in the very last couple minutes, like
Right.
she is. So
And
he was right, but he's
the
also.
third act of the third act.
So-
you find out.
But he's also a crazy murdering. So like it doesn't. So the
Well,
question is,
it-
are
it
these?
is he murdering? Like I
Yes.
mean,
Well,
for
yeah, 'cause
sure.
he murdered a lot
he's-
of people
he
that weren't aliens.
That weren't aliens.
Yeah.
that's-
So the question is, just because he was right, is it right to employ any methods necessary?
Well, I'm also trying not to just fit this movie to something that I like, right?
Sure.
And at the same time, also trying to enjoy a movie that maybe challenges me a little bit and doesn't just give me the like, yeah, look, they're wrong.
Yeah.
So my current read on this movie is that it's sort of a battle between two sides that I'm not part of, right? Like
Right.
that it is this sort of far right conspiracy hole people,
Right.
and the 1%. And I do also
But
feel,
it does it in this fascinating way that it makes it not political.
right. Yeah.
know?
Well, actually, right. I say far right, but we don't really know.
Yeah,
his-
I wouldn't say it's conspiracy theorists. Now,
Right.
where do conspiracy theorists fall? I would
At
say
the
generally,
moment, but it's not like there's never been far
Right.
left
sure,
conspiracy
there are
theorists.
aliens. Like if you watch the X-Files, you're not a alt-right.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
But you
it's-
are an incel.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
so yeah, I agree. It's like not political, but it is very much the like 1% and the conspiracy theorists.
And if you, right, it's not directly political in that sense, but also in our current climate, if you look at conspiracy theories,
and the 1%, it's impossible
it
not
certainly
to be. Sure.
is.
Which is why I think this movie's more relevant. The story
and
is more relevant.
his actions kill everyone on the planet.
Mhm.
Right. Well, and her actions too, right? And they both sort of don't take any responsibility like for themselves. She says they're trying to help the earth, and I think they are.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's fair. That he's right that she's an alien, but he's wrong that they're trying to kill us.
Yes, and she says they're not, and that's true. Their overall mission is to help, but she's the CEO of a company that did make his mother comatose, right? That
Because they're trying to do experiments to save
the damage
Earth.
they do along the way still directly hurts people.
But if they
But-
pull the plug,
But he did the same thing, right? He's
Oh, yeah.
killing innocent people to achieve his
right,
goals
so
as
he's
well.
ruining lives.
Yeah.
I do think it's a good takeaway. Neither side in this scenario
Yeah.
is right here. But she is. They're ready to pull the plug on Earth, right? This is what we learn at the very end. Again, very spoilery here. So the aliens created human life. They went to Earth. They created human life. The dinosaurs were there. They were doing.
Also, this is all if she's telling the truth, right? There's
I think she's
I do
telling the
too.
truth,
And there are things that the aliens say to each other at the end that confirm
Yeah,
a
for
lot
sure.
of it, but not necessarily.
but not necessarily all of it, because also her story is also very 2001: A Space Odyssey, right?
And-
In the original movie, the imagery when the aliens created Earth was an ape, a human-like ape next to a monolith
Yeah.
banging a bone.
And
It's
also,
supposed to be 2000.
her story really frames them as the good guys.
Yeah.
Which is that
that's-
how she sees herself?
That's how everybody frames
Right.
their story, right?
But this
But
is
anyway,
also,
sorry,
But
you-
no, you're fine. This is also an allegory for creation and humankind, and it is like the aliens are God in this story, right? So in the original movie, the imagery is much more like when she talks about an ark and all that stuff. Like it's in this movie, but she just talks about it. In the original movie, they show a guy next to an ark, and it's very much, the aliens created human life and then saved it on an ark, and so it's replacing God with aliens. But anyway, at the end they say that they found Earth, the aliens found Earth, they went there and did experiments. Their experiments accidentally ended up like the code created a sickness that killed off the dinosaurs. They're so upset by it, they ended up creating another species in their likeness. They got humans, but then there was one bad DNA strand through experimentation that turned the humans like bad, like evil humans, right?
Right.
And in the original movie, they actually show footage of Hitler. They show, they're like, saying that like all the evil in the world was caused by the humans with this, let's say, gene B, the bad strand. And that's multiplied so much. And then think about the Bible though, right? Like God creating humans and they're bad, and then he wipes them all out with the flood. Noah's ark saves them. Like that's what they're trying to do with this story, but turn it into aliens. So then that's where we end up, where they're like, well, it's too bad. We got to send the flood. We got to destroy everything. But their last resort, they're like, please let us try these experiments. If we can work this gene out, if we can, do the genetic modification. So she becomes in her human form, or like in her human, what would you call it? Like her alternate.
I mean, it's what they look like.
I mean, they look like they created them in their
Yeah, because
image.
they said they
like God-
created
it's-
us to look
Right.
like
it's
them.
God
yeah.
created
Which is
them in-
also interesting too, because she doesn't seem to have any. Well, she can contact the ship with her hair.
with their hair.
And she can she can withstand large amounts of electricity.
That's true. Never mind. Then they definitely have.
Yeah. No, but like the reason that they look.
Did you think she takes a shower where her like what'd they say? It blocks something when they put the antihistamine.
Oh yeah.
And then she ends up they let her take a shower.
I do think
And
that
did
she's
that
messing
start-
with him at dinner. Like, I think if you go back and watch it, which I haven't yet, I'd like to, but I do think that she is doing some stuff where you think she's just talking, but I do think her powers are coming through a little bit in a way to manipulate, like the cousin. Like, I do think there was something to that of her talking to him more than just a conversation. But so anyway, so they're like, this is their last resort. So she's the head of this pharmaceutical company. They're doing experiments. Come to find out, this experiment put Jesse Plemons' mother, played by Alicia Silverstone, in the hospital.
I love seeing her
Where
pop
did,
up.
it's like, where did that come? Like,
Yeah, it's great.
Well, she's done that. I feel like at least 3 or 4 different movies where she pops up, and I'm like, hey.
That's the point of her career, where I think she's fine financially, and she just, if someone wants to put her in a movie, like that's
I'm not against it. I just like, I don't think of her as showing up in this like super highbrow art house movie.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she's in.
Good for her.
Neither do you, Stavros, though.
Right.
So sometimes directors just pull the weirdest, like the strangest choices in the best way
I
possible.
just wonder, is it like her being like, well, I still want to act, but not like for 3 months on. Yeah.
That's funny. But so she's the head of this pharmaceutical company. They're doing experiments. Come to find out, they're the alien experiments to work out this genetic mutation that's made the Earth go evil. And so in the experiments, the mother's on death's door. She's like in a coma. She has been laid up in a hospital for years. And so Jesse Plemons, the conspiracy theorist, is saying that, this is aliens and you did this to my mother and all this. And he just seems crazy, right? But that's literally, he's pretty much figured it out. And he's like, I've got the spaceship and a 3D rendering it and blah, blah, and everything he says seems crazy. And that's why you can't help but laugh in the end where you're like, oh my God. Yes. Was he crazy? Probably. You know what I mean? Was he violent? Was he a criminal? Yes. He was creating, killing people, whatever. But the fact that he was right just makes it so like, what?
It does, though. Man, because sometimes, too, right, a movie says a lot of things and then you kind of go, but are you, like, saying anything? Like, does this movie have a thesis of its own, or is it just presenting a lot of ideas?
It's just a fun make 'em up.
And
no, but this movie's a remake of a movie that I think is very clear. The movie's called Save the Green Planet. Humans are destroying Earth. We know it. If you believe in science, if you believe in facts and data, humans are destroying Earth. And if we don't do something, we're going to be the end of our species.
Right.
And in this movie, it shows you, again, spoilers, but when they do pull the plug on Earth, it's not like they blow it up. They essentially do something. It looks like the atmosphere, but animals still live.
Yes, that's
so
to say, I thought when I saw animals alive, because I thought like, oh, they just destroyed the atmosphere. I also feel like it's worth pointing out, every time you see a depiction of the planet, it's flat.
Which obviously very purposeful, very funny. But so
it like rotates right through the like 3 days later. It starts as a circle.
I think it gets flatter as it goes on.
And it starts to like rotate into the Z.
It does get more flat. You're right. But the point is, when you say like, is this movie saying something? Well, I mean, at the end, humanity is dying, and you hear birds chirping, and it's peaceful and it's calm. The end credits play, and
the
it's just
planet's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I think it's very clear. Save the Green Planet. Which was a more obvious title, I think, that tells you humans are destroying Earth.
Right, and I guess we're all guilty, right?
To some extent, sure. When you buy things that are made, I don't think that by us buying a phone we're responsible, but sure, we're supporting a system that.
But she's saying that it's this bad gene, it's you that's doing it, and we're trying to fix it. But they are killing the bees, but then they are helping bring the bees.
But are they
back?
But also at the end of the day, again, with all these conspiracy theories and stuff, she goes, you keep looking for an answer and you want it to be right so you can blame me. This is what happens a lot. People are searching for someone to blame, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes things just naturally happen. She lays out a list of things that can happen. Sometimes species just die out. Doesn't mean that someone's necessarily causing it. That could be coincidence.
So you think maybe old Yorgos is saying, don't save us. Let it go.
I think he's saying that we're destroying Earth and doesn't seem like it's slowing down anytime soon, and this is what we're in for if we don't.
And I also think one of the problems is people are always looking for the one thing.
Yeah, true.
That will
Right.
fix it, and it's not the one.
It's not
thing.
the one.
Well, and
No.
it's all like finger pointing, right?
Yeah.
It always is.
Because Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone never take any of the responsibility on themselves.
Right.
I guess Emma Stone does talk about how they both do. They both think they're trying to fix it, but they're not like looking to work together.
Sure,
on
of
it,
course,
right?
right. I
It's-
think
it's
that's a
all
great. Everyone is
combative.
against the other team. It's
Yeah.
teams, right? Which again, more relevant than ever.
But now Emma Stone's character actually has power.
Mm-hmm.
His character does
Right.
not.
But now this is interesting. We brought up a couple of weeks ago the whole thing about, if you create a robot but it becomes sentient, and me and Joe were talking about Westworld, and that comes up a lot of times when someone's playing God. The aliens created human in their likeness, but is it okay for her to do experiments and kill them and do whatever just because she created them? But you've given life to this thing now.
Yeah.
Does it make it okay for you to do that?
I mean, that's a really good point. That
Right.
we talk about. The other week I was like, it's AI. It's not real people. You got to stop pretending
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
like it is. But to her,
They're AI. They're the thing she created.
that's what humans would.
Can you
be.
just squish them out? Can you just kill them? So I think this movie just brings up so many interesting questions, and it's like, who's the good guy? Who's the bad guy? I mean, I think at the end of the day, again, she created humanity. I think she's the hero, really
Or
is
her
trying to
people.
her people.
Her-
I think, yeah, she's the emperor, by the way. She is the head of
Right.
the aliens, but she's trying to save them. She's like, I think her people are pretty much like, this is a lost cause. And she's like, let's try these experiments. Let's give them another shot. She could just pull the plug and kill them all. She is really more of a hero than I think he is. I mean, he's the hero of his story, but he's killing people by
Right.
these means and kidnapping them and doing all this stuff. But is either of them right? No, they're both doing things that I think are morally questionable, right?
Yeah, I mean, she kills everybody.
Well, I mean,
At
yeah,
the-
but she's not trying to. She wants to save them.
And then she has this bad interaction, which is a pretty bad
interaction.
But then so did he, right? His mom is essentially dead, and
Yeah.
she did. Well, and then she says, "Go put the antifreeze in her,"
tricks him into killing her.
and
yeah.
then she's like, "I didn't kill her, you did."
Yeah.
But she knows, and again, she takes no responsibility for the death of his mom from the antifreeze.
That's like the old the bullet killed you
Yeah.
or whatever. You know what I mean? When you
Right,
try
right.
to
Would
put
you
the
give
blame
her
on
believe
something.
in me? But I will agree, when she sends him off, I mean, I had the same thought that was one of her excuses, which was I was like, well, there's no way he's just going to be able to march into this medical facility
yeah.
and dump
I do
antifreeze.
believe her that she's like, I'm going to get this guy arrested so I can
Right.
escape. Like,
Yeah.
she really, I think she was a good person, a good alien, she's trying to save them all. I don't think there's any question that she's
But
like,
I will. Okay,
like, yeah.
on the flip side of that flip side,
yeah, sure.
the nursing home that she's in, they're paying for,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and he's probably able to waltz in and do that because they got the cheapest nursing home that
Right.
money could buy.
It didn't look like great, right?
Yeah.
But now
It
they're-
wasn't like this awful place,
No,
but
no.
it was definitely like a low end,
Well, and that's-
long-term care facility.
An interesting part to me because they have that conversation at dinner. By the way, this movie, they're so good.
This movie rules.
They
are.
Jesse
There's-
Plemons and Emma Stone are
Yeah.
just like
How about Aiden Delby, the autistic actor in this movie?
Incredible.
This is his first movie ever. I think he's phenomenal. He is on the autism spectrum. Like, clearly it's obvious, especially if you know people with autism. I mean, and he's phenomenal in this
Yeah.
movie. He's great.
I
thought he emotionally, the impact of that last scene that he's in.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you care for him and you care what he's being dragged into.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
you
he's
feel
an
for him.
innocent.
He is.
Yeah.
He's the cousin Jesse Teddy, played by Jesse Plemons, who's always amazing. He brings his cousin into this, so it's him and Don, the character played by Aiden, and he ropes him into it. And this clearly the actor's autistic, and clearly the character he's playing and autistic. He's got this disability, and he's just like, I don't have anyone else but Teddy. I love Teddy. I'll do whatever you say, right? And he ropes him into this, and he is stressed out. He's making Teddy kidnap people, hold a gun at Emma Stone, doing all this stuff, and he just can't take it, And then I think there again is some influence by the alien powers, but you know, he's going through a lot, and I think that the performance is fantastic. Of
that, at dinner she starts like apologizing for the mom and being like, now that I see your situation, now I can empathize even more, right? And I think it's at that same point that they contrast that to that sort of surreal.
Sure,
The
they go
mom's
black and
the
white.
balloon,
Yeah.
and she's given this very corporate thing.
See, I didn't know the mom was still alive until
I right.
And when I saw the balloon thing and all that, and I'm like, oh, well, that's just imagery. And she's like, your mom was, and he's like, is. And I thought he just meant like, well, I
Yeah.
still remember.
She's
She's
still my
mom.
mother.
Yeah.
Yes,
Right.
But it's interesting. Then they show you she's in a home, but on life support, right? So she's in a terrible state. I'm like, oh crap! I didn't even know that she was alive.
Even at that point, right? The Emma Stone is saying like, "Oh, I get it now. Let us give you more money."
I kind of believe everything she says.
I do too, but,
right?
But that's the thing. She's an alien.
She's an alien,
and
yeah.
she can't see us the correct way.
yeah, the
right?
humans are Sims.
He doesn't
just-
want money. He wants like retribution
Yeah.
or
fix it.
something to
Yeah.
happen.
And I love the way, again, the performance is phenomenal. Emma Stone, or Emily Stone, are we supposed to? I mean, it says
don't
Emma
know.
on the poster,
I think she's
but
still billed as Emma Stone, and if you meet her in real
Real
life, she prefers Emily. So I think
I'll
we can
remember
say
At
that.
the
we call her
Christmas
Emma.
party.
yeah, I'll remember.
Emily.
Yeah.
Her performance is phenomenal, but she seems like this stone cold bitch CEO,
She is
whatever.
for someone who, in every interview I see, seems like the
Nicest.
sweetest
Yeah.
and most likable person in the world. She is so good at
seems
playing
cool.
a bitch. I
Right.
like.
Yeah, but she plays it so well. But I think that is not her being a cold CEO. She's an alien. She's playing it like an alien who
and so-
doesn't understand humanity, which
I
is
don't
great.
know that there's a big difference between those two
Right.
things anymore.
That's why I am starting to feel like her actually being an alien is important to the story.
Mhm.
Because that is the metaphor of that the 1% cannot
Even
understand us, even
Yeah.
when presented with it in a way that, and that if we look at them completely as total aliens, we'll never like fix it. Like we
Yeah.
have to understand that we're all
humans,
human. We all
yes.
have humanity, but putting it in a
They're so far removed from regular people's problems.
yeah.
and
They
and,
can't fathom them.
and then as humanity, as having humanity, when they see it firsthand, they can go, oh gosh, this is bad. But then their solution is, well, here's $1 million, and it's like, no, that's
You don't-
not.
Yeah. No,
My mom is
Yeah.
comatose because of you.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing. Like when you're saying, like, no, they are. Well, I'm not saying
What'd I
that.
say, Matt? What did I say?
When
Tell
you're
me.
like, when you're coming up with this like dumbass where you're like, these aliens are the good guys, you fools. The I love the bourgeoisie. What if they like had to kill your mom to save it? Right? Like then it's like, oh,
Well, it's the trolley situation.
what if like Galactus wanted your baby?
Oh my gosh, what would I do? What
well,
do I
but
do?
your baby like is very young, so you're not really
Don't
attached
even
to it
know
yet.
Don't
you know?
even know the baby.
I would bring the baby out to a crowd of people that want to kill me and just be like, "This is a baby," and they'd be like, "Oh, I love you. We'll
That
save
thing's
you."
cute.
Yep, that's what I would do. But yeah, I think your take is right on the money, Matt. It's true. The rich, the 1%, the aliens, they look at other people as though like they can't fathom what they have to go through because life is so easy in a way for them. Like they don't worry about eating and going out and you know paying the bills. There's nothing like that. So when they say like these millions of people are going to lose their benefits, like we'll just work. Like it's so easy to just say, well, I work and I can pay for these things.
Which I guess, you know what, then again, if you kept it ambiguous at the end, you could still have the metaphor of what's the difference between.
I would have ended it where after she jumps out of the ambulance and runs back, she goes into the closet, the door shuts,
And you don't know.
and cut.
But why would she have done that if she wasn't an alien? I guess she could have
Well,
lost
because
her
then the
mind.
question becomes, did he convince her?
Right.
Yeah.
right? Like, did his crazy
Yeah.
infect her?
But I think
when his head hit her head, did
Yeah,
it
see?
transfer?
Like osmosis.
I think it's fun to have the top spinning type things, like, but obviously there's enough to chew on here. We're, having this huge conversation. And I think this twist is such a great twist. The fact that she's an alien after you watch 2 hours going, this guy is crazy pants, and she is just saying anything to get out of the situation. I think that is such a phenomenal twist.
I will also, for me,
Yeah.
maybe it is important to see these people that I'm so upset with
Yeah.
humanized, because maybe I am starting to like side with CEOs more than these right wing. Like I'm seeing them very one-dimensionally.
But the right wing sides with the CEOs.
I'm sorry,
It's not
the
conspiracy.
conspiracy like that, not right, like
But but like the right wing, not to get too political, I mean, this is just the state of the world, though. The right wing is siding with people that do not care about their interests. It makes no sense on paper that you would support people that want to take away all your benefit and rights.
Another thing that I think is represented well is that she is always so careful and considered in her speech, and she seems smarter, right? She probably is more intelligent.
That monologue she gives, was it at dinner, where she's just like going on and on? Well, no, she gives one in the basement at first.
When they
where
first
she's like,
get her.
here's what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah.
Right,
So
yeah.
And
the writing, the delivery, amazing. And then I think at dinner she does the same thing where she's like,
But now she's like, it's like the inverse of that monologue.
I'm so
where
sorry.
Now
I'm
she's going to
blah,
help.
blah, blah.
But,
And,
yeah.
but just like that performance and again, the writing is so phenomenal.
And she sort of wins me over every time by seeming
Rational.
more rational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is right, and like conspiracy theorists are right. Like when they say like the government is messing us up, like that's true.
Yeah, but they can't talk to you through your hair. Like that's the you can say
Right.
the government's messing us up or surveilling or whatever. Okay, and they are, I'm sure. But when you go like, it's the tinfoil hat that's the problem. It's they're aliens, they're covering up this, but where it
Right.
goes, wait, it's
And how do you even connect with that person? But I guess maybe the movie is positing that it is important to still try.
Right.
But I'm tired.
well, it's like,
yeah, it's exhausting.
but it's like one battle after another. Do you see that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, great movie, right?
Yeah.
Like, protest is okay, and you can be mad at certain people, but when you start bringing guns and kidnapping and certainly killing people, well, you've gone too far. You can be right, but you can't. There are laws and limits to what
I liked, man. So, and have you guys seen Eddington yet?
No, I
No.
need to. I really need to.
This is like a great three-hander
Yeah.
look at this stuff.
I know, because I love Ari Aster. I've got to.
And I am glad that I would say One Battle After Another was a more optimistic look,
sure.
that if the youth takes over and, but...
Hey, Beau is afraid.
Oh, yeah.
Say,
Yeah, I thought you were talking about because I said optimistic. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think
Beau
that
is afraid, though. Big thumbs up.
Eddington
right?
also maybe
Yeah.
not that of an optimistic film, but...
I keep telling Tom I love Beau is afraid.
I've
You're still trying to
been
get through
watching
right?
it in like 15-minute chunks.
He's watching
I just-
on what's the Quibi? Quick
Oh,
Bites?
cool,
He's
yeah.
been watching Quick
Watch
Bites.
that
Beau is
thing.
I'm
afraid.
just like,
yeah.
Vertical.
This is dumb. I don't like it.
Sorry,
Question,
back to
question about the movie.
Sure.
And this is just like story. What is she doing when she takes him to the office to teleport him?
Well, hold on. Yorgos? Matt's got a question. Just listen.
Yeah,
to this.
and I was just wondering what in the film is she doing when she takes him to the office to teleport him?
Because she is so matter of fact. Like, she is like an android. She is an alien. She has promised them all these things. I believe she was going to bring Dawn on her spaceship. I believe she was going to give him the $1 million to help him. She is like so willing. She's like, I'm going to take you.
Yeah.
So you think that
she was going to take
I
him
think
up
she
there.
was going to take him up there. I think she was going to take him up there and have the
I
conversation.
don't think she's bad as a villain. Is she doing things that are bad? That's what I'm saying. They're both heroes in a way, and they're both doing bad
Right.
But
things.
she's not a mustache twirling.
She's not.
I'm doing
Yeah.
evil for just the sake of doing evil.
She's the hero of her story. He's the hero of his story. They're both committing crimes in our human world, but I think everything she says is not a lie.
Yeah, I don't think she
Like,
was
she's
trying to kill him.
No.
Like, I think that was
and
an
'cause
accident.
her technology sets off the bomb. It's
I
not whatever.
assume.
It's whenever she pressed the button, which is again so funny. I mean, you gotta watch this movie. Please don't let it get spoiled. If you already
too
are.
late if you're
I
here.
know, but
You're
we're gonna
hearing
keep
this,
spoiling things. It's
yeah.
so funny. But so she's like, "Oh, I've got a calculator and it's 54 digits, but I haven't had to use it in so long." Which you
Yeah.
think is buying time? I mean, clearly,
Yeah,
like,
that's-
Right.
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. But that's why the ending and the twist. Why I think you have
Yeah.
to have it because it just
What-
makes it so.
And it does make more sense
fun.
because I was like, well, if this was her plan, there's no way she would have known, because she didn't even know he had a bomb until
Right,
she was already
right.
in the
and
office.
that was the problem. Is she's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, God, there's a bomb, and I don't know how that's gonna work with."
Yeah.
And maybe he'll blow up my ship, and like she's like freaking out because she's like, "I'm bringing this guy to space," you know.
Yeah.
But that's what I think is so great because that twist, you have to know she's an alien because it means everything. The calculator, the whatever. It's like it's so funny that it's real, and that's their technology.
Do you think?
Because she's like, "Oh, that's just how we do it. We hide it in a calculator." Where you go, he's crazy, and she's and like the fact that her teleporter is triggered by a 54 code
Right,
when
yeah.
she's writing boobies on a calculator, basically. Like, it's ridiculous. It's great.
Because she like backs away from the door too.
Yeah. Because
like
she's
she's
like, we
trying
don't
to-
want to get our things entangled.
No, but I mean, she
But that's
does it
why
in a
they're
way that-
going one at a time.
She does it in a way that she's like gonna go for the door or something, or get the gun or something. I just wonder if like watching that again, it's like, does it really work if she's an alien and really gonna teleport him? Like now that you know the read on it 100%, right?
I think it does because at the end of the movie, well, at the end of the
I mean, maybe she knew once he had a bomb, oh, this thing's gonna go off when
bingo, that's what I'm saying. I think once the bomb gets introduced and she's kind of freaked out, it's because she's like, well, I'm about to teleport him. I don't know what's going to happen. Is
Yeah.
she going to blow me up? The spaceship, I'm bringing him up there. So
and
she's
I guess
like,
she would figure, or could potentially figure, I can't tell him, oh, the teleporter will blow up the bomb
because he's going to
he
think
might
you're
think
trying
I'm-
to, yeah, right. But in the original movie, one thing I just want to mention, very similar plot points, but things that change. Like this is about a guy who his girlfriend dies in a factory. The CEO he kidnaps owns the factory, owns like the Amazon warehouse, and kind of thing. I like they changed it to the pharmaceutical company.
Whoa. Wouldn't be Amazon.
No. But
He's-
like just yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He just wants us all to go to space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and I think that's why you get the nod to Jesse Plemons working in what looks like a fulfillment warehouse because the original is like that's the thing. So his girlfriend dies, his mom is sick, and there's and she dies because of like things that company also has pharmaceuticals or whatever. There's some connection there. I can't exactly remember. But then his girl, instead of the cousin, it's his like new girlfriend that is there along for the ride. But the CEO is tied up, and there's like a detective thing going. So they lose that thread in this one. The only thing you get that's similar is that sheriff character that's like an old friend from school, and I think, and then that
I don't
little,
know that I'd call him a friend.
No, I'm sorry. But I think another thing where you're like, why is Jesse Plemons so messed up? Like he's gone through some traumatic
Right.
stuff. So it kind of leads you to like, what type of person could be hurt in a way to where they're like trying to cling to anything that can help them have a better life or whatever. So in the beginning, or I'm sorry, in the original, it's like there's this detective and there's like kind of an old detective that everyone hates and is like, everyone's like, that guy's a loser, whatever, and he's really good at what he does though, but they just don't care, and he's trying to solve the mystery. And then the young hotshot's like, well, you were the best, and I grew up and became a detective because of you. And they're kind of like on the tail of the guy that kidnapped the CEO, and they kind of solve it, and there's this whole interaction. They throw that out. I mean, so the movie's different enough where I'd say watch it. It's very similar in the alien and the kidnapping of a CEO and that kind of thing, but there's this whole other detective line, and they change enough where it's, but the moral of the story is like, humans are destroying Earth. I am an alien. We created humans. Same thing, right? So Yorgos doesn't change the ending. He doesn't change the main gist of the story.
The Stavros character thing, that whole thing's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the original, though, the detective comes and he's like, I'm hunting poachers, like, because he doesn't want to give it away. He's canvassing the area for the CEO. He's like, I'm hunting poachers. It's getting dark. Can I stay with you? And of course, the kidnapper's like, oh my God, I got this guy tied up in my basement. How do I do this without being suspicious?
Yes.
He says, sure. And then he makes some noise trying to like hide the kidnapper, whatever, and then the detective wakes up, finds him, he covers it up. Next day he's like, all right, see you later. And then he stumbles upon like the bones of all the people he's killed from, and then the bees come into play here. He does have bees, but it's not like a through line of the movie. But he has this like jar of sugar water, whatever, that the bees like. And the detective has him at gunpoint and he's like, drop it. I've got you, whatever. And he ends up splashing the stuff at him and he knocks over the beehive and they kill the detective in like a really gnarly way that they swarm him.
It's crazy how long it takes to pull a trigger.
I know. I know.
in movies, I guess.
Yeah, I think what happened maybe in this movie was the bees were already like kind of around him.
Yeah.
The kidnapper was in a suit, and the detective was just like kind of getting stung, or the bees were around him, so they were already messing with him. And once he throws the thing, he gets like caught off guard. And, yeah.
Did you think that the ages were a weird thing?
What's that?
That like Jesse Plemons wouldn't have been a child if Emma Stone, which I mean she's an alien, so maybe she ages, but she says she's 45, right?
She has a really good skincare routine. She explains that like she looks really good for her age.
But like Jesse Plemons is like a teenager, and she's the CEO at the time when the mom gets sick, and then also
teenager. What do you?
I thought he was supposed to be.
I would guess she's been like sick for 5 years or something. I think they don't like de-age him away. We're like, oh, he's a little kid, right?
I thought they did. I thought they were trying to make
his
him look...
face looked different
for sure. But like, I think it's been 5 or 10 years or whatever. He doesn't have long hair and he's shaved. Like, I do think that can make you look dramatically.
I thought they did alter him to make him look like a
little boy,
late teenager.
and he looked dumber. Like his
just
face
like
looked like, this could sound offensive, I don't know how, he almost looked like he had Down syndrome,
right? Which
like,
maybe it's just that they moved stuff around.
Yeah, but the two actors are essentially the same age. She's 36, he's 37,
and then I think Stavros is a year younger than Jesse Plemons, but he was his babysitter.
But you can't. This is movie. I mean, Jesse Bradford played a high schooler till he was 30.
No,
you know what I mean? Like,
know.
I don't think it's movie ages. I think it's...
But I don't know. I just wonder if there was something...
Stavros looks like he could be older and in worse shape than Jesse Plemons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Jesse Plemons is in exceptional shape now. So, like...
Yeah, he's lost a lot of weight.
I felt like they looked too similar. But I mean, I know...
Well,
Like,
but I think he was only supposed to be a few years
like
older.
a teenager
Yeah,
coming over to
you
watch.
can have a 13-year-old watch a 10-year-old. Like, once you get to
Right.
that point where, it's a slight... And I think the Emma Stone thing is explained where she's like, yeah, she looks really good for her age. She's 37 in real life. She says she's 45 in the movie, and that's due to skincare. But we know it's due to Alien.
Aliens could probably have good skincare, too.
Yeah, well, no, due to Alien skincare.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, she comes out of that goop in the end.
That's the thing.
And that's, what's her name? Goop lady.
Oh, Gwyneth.
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably-
She's an alien?
It explains a lot.
It would explain a lot. So, what else is there to say? Because we spoiled it up front. I mean, it's phenomenal. It looks great. The acting's great. I think there's a lot to dissect here. I mean, all the points you think your reads on it is spot on.
Yes.
They're spot on, Matt.
I did it.
I thought it was phenomenal, and it also makes you feel kind of hopeless in the end, because it's like, at the end of the day, what are people like? Even if people saw this, right? Like, even if the 1%, the people that could make a difference saw this, what would their read on it be? You know, would it actually affect them in a way where they'll do anything differently?
Yeah.
That the alien's mistake was trying to help people.
Yeah.
Well, and
Elon Musk, I mean, there's a spot on example right there. That dude's got to be an alien, right? And he's got all the money.
I think you could also take away from this that I'm trying to be really careful, that any like drastic measures to change the 1%'s mind is futile and damaging.
It
right?
is. They're looking for reasons.
But
just like she said, you're
what
looking.
are you supposed to do?
I know.
You could also, because you could say, well, we didn't do what we're doing isn't working, and it is, I don't know, maybe it's what you need to hear, right? But like the climate we're in,
Literally and figuratively.
it can be demoralizing to have what feels like someone telling you, hey man, don't do anything crazy. That won't work.
Yeah, just sit by.
You're going to make it worse. You're going to make it worse if you like.
But how do you make it better? And that's why I'm saying it makes you feel hopeless, because
Yeah.
this movie, it's so spot on. It's a great allegory for what's going on. It's exciting. It's tension filled. The performances are phenomenal. And at the end of the day, it's like the aliens, people are trying to help. And if you do this crazy stuff, you're going to get humanity wiped out. But also the other people that could do something actually with their money and whatever aren't. So it's like, who's going to save us?
And I guess, right. They're never really communicating like openly and honestly. They're not hearing each other. They're not, again, like she's trying to apologize to him and give him money, and she's not like really sensing his real anger. So maybe there is
but also,
something.
what can you do or say to someone that's so brainwashed and deep in it?
Well,
which I think is a major problem, because they won't listen. He's got his research. He's got his whatever.
He did his own
'cause
research.
Part of his thing is, I want to talk to the people. You're not letting me get my message to the right people. You're a roadblock in that.
And she is the people. That's the interesting thing.
Right.
If she just listened to him, like fully listened to him, she is people.
Yes.
He wants to go see her. She's the emperor.
Why does he want to go up there after he knows she's...
He wants to get them out. He wants to a treaty.
But why can't he just do that with
She has never let on that she's the emperor. We only find that at the end. He says
he
have the
knows
genetic
she's part. Yeah, right.
You're high, which again, another funny thing, and the fact that he's right just makes it so weird. But he's like, you have the genetic code. You could take this with electricity because of your genetic royal code and all this stuff. But you're right though. You're saying she's never completely honest with him and having that conversation, because she could say, listen, I am the emperor. Like, she's the one that would make the decisions, and then he would be pleading his case to the people he wants to. Now, I also will say though, we have to. So there's this whole countdown to the lunar eclipse, and I think the reason for that is because they're gonna she's gonna check in with them. Like, they don't come and save her, and they can't communicate without the hair.
That might be the only time the portal works.
Okay, so but there's only
something like that.
There's only one way that they can get in contact without any of their communication devices, is the lunar eclipse. And so it's this countdown to it's getting closer and closer and closer. But when she goes on the ship at the end and talks to them, and she's like, this experiment just failed, we lost another one, how many are there? And they say there's only 2 left. And they say the chances of them succeeding are 0%. So it's after and then after the experience she's just had, she's like, well, if this is what we're left with, there's just no way.
Yeah.
She's forced to pull the plug because she has just seen what humanity is, and she's trying, and now that we can't save them through our experiments, I
guess you could also say that, she did. I feel like there is a read that she is being honest with Don. And that he could be viewed as the good in humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
he was pure,
we had gone that way, if Teddy had listened to Don and showed empathy or sympathy to this alien monster, we at least could have bought more time, right? I don't know.
And then I think this is the part.
But then again, that's
but if that's the 1%, if only we were nicer
to the 1%, right?
Yeah.
So we should just blow our heads
but it's
off.
not a one. But it's the read isn't the 1% of wealth though. You're thinking of 1% in wealth, which wealth equates power. They can do what they want because of their money and their access. But is there only 1% of humanity that's kind? I mean, that sounds. I don't know. I mean, that does sound very dour, but these days it does feel like it. And it's a different 1%.
And then
it's
is there some sort of idea of hey, it's better to be enslaved by overlords and happy than I
mean,
I don't know.
If these are our 2 options, but
and I do enjoy this. I do like thinking about a movie and blah 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 blah. But man, I left one battle after another feeling better, and I feel like maybe I'm looking for escapism at this very moment.
Yeah.
More than
this movie. But this movie's not hopeful. It's
No.
cautionary. That's the difference. This is a cautionary tale that, again, this movie was made 22 years ago or whatever, this Korean film, Save the Green Planet, and now you have almost the exact same story, but it's more relevant than ever. It's like Idiocracy. I know that sounds silly, but Idiocracy was Mike Judge, and this is so zany, and of course people won't be that dumb. And then you look at it in 2025.
No, I think if I would have watched this in 2003, I would have been like, come on.
I know, right?
They're not that bad.
And it's interesting that people go to the extreme and you're like, oh, you're telling the story with aliens and we're so different and they're doing this, whatever. And then, like you said, that's the problem is we all stand by. I mean, I'm going to say in the 40s in Germany, did they all go like, oh, it's not going to be that bad?
Yes.
Like they all, this is the problem is, again, with the cautionary tale. If you stand by and do nothing, and not saying what you should do is, again, throwing Molotov cocktails at hospitals or what, you know what I mean? Like, but
hospitals?
I'm just saying, like, the bad.
This guy's got it all wrong.
Yeah. but if you stand by and do nothing,
Are you from Andromeda?
But you can't just stand by and hope that things get better because they don't.
Yeah.
But I think collectively we all have to do small things as opposed to all being Jesse Plemons. You know, we all have to be kinder, help people where we can, and all that little stuff will add up. But we can't stand by and just think, oh, they'll never do that, because they will.
They are.
And they can.
And they always have in history. That's why we teach history and can't have it removed, because, like I said, they stood by in the 40s, and 20 years ago, we all said, oh, it can't, this government, or even in Reagan's case, like we all stood by and said, like, oh, it can't be that bad, and oh, they're doing this, but oh, whatever. And now we're still feeling that, and now it's compounded, and now it's like, oh, well, they're never gonna take away their rights and not feed people or whatever. We all can say that, right? But like, they're going to.
They're holding the needle over the human life bubble.
They are, right. And so I think this movie is so timely and it's so smart, but it's also at the same time so entertaining. It's not a eat your vegetables cautionary tale.
Right.
It's like, this is an exciting. Is she, is she not? Is she an alien? Is he crazy? It's tense. Is he gonna kill her? It's a
that electrocution scene was horrific.
Yeah,
just really awful to watch.
Yeah, just a tension filled, and again, like the
he did to Green Day what Quentin Tarantino did to Steelers Wheels.
Yeah.
What? Oh, the song. Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Basket Case that they play. I thought she might die. Like, I thought, especially with
am I just paranoid? Yeah, it's great.
A Lanthimos movie, I could have seen them killing off Emma Stone.
Yeah.
In the middle of the movie, and then the rest of it is about.
I thought they were going to. I thought where they were going with this was they were going to kill her off, and then we don't know, was she an alien or not. And then obviously somewhere along the line we uncover or whatever. But I thought they were going to do that, or I thought maybe Don was going to kill her, or I thought Don was going to kill just Teddy at one point.
Yep.
And then be left to like, well, crap.
Now what?
Yeah. Some one of those. But I thought this was phenomenal. I thought it was so good. Katie doesn't watch any Lanthimos movies. She doesn't like the weird movies generally or whatever. She loved it. She said that was so good. Like, that's what's cool about this is I think this is a Lanthimos movie that is as mainstream as it gets for his type of movie.
Yeah.
And is just a really, again, not for the artistic or the eat the vegetable stuff, but it is just a good movie.
I do. The ending also initially bothered me on the level of I am not a fan of feature length Twilight Zone episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like you watch this whole movie for the end to go, gotcha. And it's like, well, we could have done this in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So, like
that's always the problem with Twilight Zone episodes is that like if the ending doesn't work, you're like, well, you kind of wasted my time. But so when you do it as a feature length movie, you've wasted even more of my time.
Right.
So it better work.
And that it had that vibe to me, but it initially and if you read it as just a straight story, I think that is what it is. But then I think there's enough. I don't even think that's the main thing, right? The main point is all the stuff to think about and chew on.
And the best Twilight Zone episodes did that as well.
Yeah.
Right? They were political allegories in one way or another.
For sure.
I love the Burgess Meredith one with the glasses.
Those are
Time Enough at Last. That's
Love
what
it.
that
That's
episode's
one of my
hold
favorites.
it closer to your face.
Fine. Then I have magnifying glasses left. Come on.
I got readers in a store. You can find something.
I love that one. It's one of my favorites.
Well, readers wouldn't work for him.
No, he had really
He had
bad
really
Coke bottle
thick
glasses.
Thick glasses.
To get 3,
Yeah.
put them in front of each other.
But yeah, I don't. This one, I think it makes you think. I've still been thinking about it. I watched the original. Because I was like, man, and it really they were saying the same thing essentially back then, and
Yeah.
it's cool to see that, like, I don't know, when things are so prescient like that, where you're like, they can see it coming, or hey, we better be nicer, we better save the environment, we better do all these things, and then 20 years later, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you're like, man, they really had something. I wish we listened, and I don't want to go another 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, they're telling you something. Listen.
Well, in 2003, you're seeing the rise of political conspiracy theories because you had so much of the 9/11 truther.
Yep.
Yep.
I agree.
So, well, we're at 59 minutes, but it doesn't
But
suck.
no, it just
So don't read into the episode length.
no.
So.
Last week's episode, I'm gonna make this not 60 minutes because it doesn't suck.
Okay. Well, we still have to do the outro.
Yeah.
We'd have been fine.
Last week's episode uploaded 1 hour 30 minutes even. I did not plan it that way. I just think what are the chances of something not only ending on like a 0-0 but being 1 hour 30?
You do enough of these, it'll happen.
Conspiracy though. I think something's up with it.
Okay. So anyway, that's it for this one. Let's go around the table. Everyone can say where to find them.
You know what? Just
I don't think we ever did the introductions, did we?
I'm Matt.
This is Kevin.
This time. Okay. Now say goodbye.
Don't look for me. Don't bother me.
We have a Patreon.
And it's not for you. Okay?
That's a great way to get people to sign up. Tell them that they're not allowed to.
The Matt F. Bosler Patreon, which now I've already said too much. That I don't want any real spoilers, people over there.
I wasn't talking about the Matt F. Bosler Patreon. I don't know what that is.
Are you talking about real spoilers? Patreon?
Dude, what were you just trying to plug on our show?
I wasn't trying. No. Now that
don't find that.
Sign up for that bad boy. Talking about it's exclusively Blues Brothers 2000.
Well, that's a way to get people to sign up. Surely
you're gonna love it. We dissect the movie. We talk
minute
about each
by minute.
actor. We do a minute by minute.
Yeah.
And I'll see you there.
The BB2K minute. So this is Kevin. Follow me on Twitter at Kevin R. Brackett.
And this is Tom. You can find me on Threads and Blue Sky at Tom O'Keefe Jr. or on Facebook at facebook.com/Tom O'Keefe. Don't forget you can find the show online at facebook.com/real spoilers, but not on Patreon. Whatever you do, don't do that. And also, or on YouTube. Don't do that either.
Oh.
So, quit waving. So anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, Gil tells Ronnie that Ray is cheating.
Get ready for a spoiler. Won't say it twice.